from the top of the town at 715 Main Street in historic Deadwood. It's time for another episode of the DTC Blow and Smoke Podcast.
Hey everybody, Hansum Pierce here, and
I Candy Randy.
we're back with a couple of shorts for you. We're going to be doing a round or two of Agree to Disagree. This is where we come up with kind of weird little things that we're going to say to each other, and then these people, I Candy Randy, and the preacher, can agree to disagree with me or agree to agree with me. So we're going to see how this goes. This is our first time doing it. The first one that I wanted to do is matches are better than a torch. Agree or disagree? Or agree to disagree?
So, I have seen, what's his name? Shankin from Cigar Aficionado. Is that his name? Do you know Ethan? I think he's the editor. His last name is Shankin. I'm going to get it wrong, and then he'll correct it. It'll be scrolling on the bottom. No, dumbass. His name is Johnson.
Because he's definitely going to watch this.
Yes. Yeah. So I saw one where he was with a producer, one of the big families, and they were lighting the cigar with a match. The traditional way, I mean, the traditional way would be cedar, but they had a match, and you could literally, he just had a crown all around the wrapper. It was the only part that was the cherry, and he got that nice and charred, and they did the middle, and it took like 5 minutes to get it going. And I mean, it looked beautiful, and there was a story about it and all that other shit. But when I want a cigar, I want a fucking cigar. So
yeah, totally.
You got torch, man, torch. And sometimes, I'll play with it a little bit.
So you're disagreeing.
I disagree.
Matches are better than a torch.
No, matches are not better than a torch. I guess it's all what you're after, but yeah,
It
torch,
is, yeah.
expedience, and give me that tobacco.
Yeah, I totally disagree. Hate matches. Don't want to use them. Last resort, man. I'm gonna flame it.
Yeah, I am actually in the same boat. I just had to put something down there that was like, this is traditionally the way you're supposed to do it, and this finesse bullshit. No, I want to light my fucking cigar, and I want to get into that cigar.
Yes.
I want to fuck, marry, and kill that cigar all in one swipe.
Well, speaking of, you can watch that episode on Deadwood Tobacco Company Blow and Smoke on YouTube.
Hey.
Totally shot on a different day, even though we're wearing the same clothes.
Exactly.
We've been here for weeks.
Okay.
All right, Ethan, I don't have anything yet, so I'm going to pass it on to you.
You guys, I'm going to give you my most controversial one right up front.
Okay. Nice.
So stay tuned. Here it comes. Smoking in your own premier private lounge is definitely better than smoking outside.
Yes, because I'm a whore for nice places and pretty things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I've had a chance to go to a few lounges in bigger cities and treated really, really well. And it's just something, because we're pretty blue collar and rough around the edges here in Deadwood. It's nice to just relax and, be treated, if they would, maybe, I don't know, give me a pedicure while I'm smoking too. That would be ready to go.
Nobody's touching these feet.
No. Yeah. And I'm going to get the name of it wrong, but shout out to Lincoln, Nebraska, and shit. Not Cigar Affair. It is Cigar Affair. Anyway, Ethan will fix that in post too. You guys are
It'll
awesome.
just be a dead thing. Cigar Affair.
Ethan just fix everything. I was there a couple months ago. You guys treated me like a king. You watched the podcast. We appreciate it. Shout out to whatever. I think it's Cigar Affair. It has to be.
Nice.
I'll Google it in a little bit. Yes. So I would agree that private lounge better than outside. Don't have to deal with the weather either.
Yeah, that's very true.
Too hot, too cold, windy, whatever.
You're like a Harley rider. More comments on that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might get more comments on that than anything cigar related. want to disagree so badly, but I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Every time
every time that I go outside to just like enjoy a cigar, something goes on. Like, and it's usually at my house. It's not like I'm out and about. Even when I was in Dominican Republic, it was nice to walk around and smoke a cigar while you're out and about, but getting to just sit down and relax and enjoy and smoke a cigar without wind blowing and children crying and whatever else is going on in that immediate area. Yeah, I would say.
Because most people on the planet do not live in the kind of, it's only conducive to smoking outside maybe 3 months out of the year. Right. Now, if you live in Hawaii,
sure,
it might be, would I prefer to sit on this great Pacific Ocean cliffside and watch the sun go down with a cigar? Yes. But most days that's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's a better in theory kind of deal.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree. Yeah.
And immediate correction, because I've used the Google machine that is in my hand. That is the Capitol Cigar Lounge in Lincoln, Nebraska. That's what I meant to say. You guys are awesome. So if you go and visit them, say, hey, I Candy Randy from Deadwood Tobacco sent me, and they will hook you up with regular price merchandise.
And then jump on a plane, come to Rapid City, drive up to Deadwood Tobacco Company, and say hi to us, mother frothers.
Yeah. Very good. All right, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Agree or to disagree or disagree. There's no need to smoke a cigar bigger than a Toro.
Oh, disagree.
I totally agree. I can't think of a time.
Says the guy that's double Corona and Gordo all the time.
No,
that Perfecto that you had the other day was bigger than my forearm.
It was free, man. It was delicious.
Well, there is the fact that it was free. That is true.
That would be the floor was LFD, right?
Yeah. LFD, man.
LFD.
And it was the Salomon.
Fancy.
Had a weird shape. That's why they were trying to put it in a grab bag, man.
Oh.
No?
No.
Was that the case?
Yeah, that was the Cigar Rights of America Summer 2023 grab bag.
Still.
Oh, wow.
They put that weird shape in there because they weren't selling a lot.
Yeah, that's
probably.
Delicious cigar, but it's a weird
cigar
size.
shops
Man.
would do that, but I agree. Yeah.
Well, and I think that, generally speaking, a Toro is enough because let's say you're, enjoying a lounge with some buddies or whatever, and you're going to be there for a while. You probably have more than one cigar. Mm-hmm. I'd like to get a different experience. I don't need another, a 2-hour, double Corona or a Churchill.
Yeah. If you have a 30-inch cigar, come on, man, I'm going to be bored.
Oh, no, not like a Presidente or anything.
Right.
But like I'll smoke a Gordo when I'm at work just because it lasts longer. And that's where my mind immediately went is like when I'm at work, how long of a smoke do I want to smoke? And I want to smoke the longest fucking one that I can because it's my only free one of the day. I want to make it worth it.
Wait, we only get one free one?
It's one of my only free ones during the day. I want to make it worth it. No. But yeah, if I'm getting a shifter at work, yes, I say that bigger is better, but you're right. And like everyday life, a Toro is probably just enough, if not maybe just a little bit more than I need.
Sure. All right, Pierce?
You guys are stealing my shit all over the place.
I didn't even write anything down. You want to see my notes?
Yeah. Nice. Smoking to music is superior than to smoking with a TV show or a game or anything. Pixelated distractions is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So audio stimulation and accompaniment rather than
I'm agreeing.
Than visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to be able to sit back, light up a cigar, kind of get lost in the space. I mean, no phones, no TV, just some goddamn good tunes.
That's tough. I mean, I don't know. I'd love to watch a baseball game or a football game while I'm smoking, but I don't have to. I guess I don't do a lot of sitting down music smoking. I mean, sometimes we open the shop at 10. Normally, Pierce and I get here about 9 o'clock, and we'll do the morning pleasantries. How's it going? How's it going? Yep. We do all of our opening chores and get everything ready, and then we'll just sit there. And normally we've got some music cranking, and that's not bad.
Yeah.
I will say, all right, fine, I'll agree.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah. We got all 3 points on that one. All right. Mr. Ethan.
You should feel free to smoke a cigar in a public place.
Fuck yes. I'm just going to jump in. Yes. Yeah, I just got back from Chicago, and smoking in Chicago is damn near impossible. The rule is Public parks, I think, are out. Within 15 feet of any residential or commercial doorway.
No.
It's a fucking city, man. You're never 15 feet from a doorway.
What?
If you have a problem, you sons of bitches, you better find something else to be concerned about.
Right.
That's not it.
Right.
Yes.
So there's one
Fuck
exception
those
to
people.
that.
Yes.
Like, for example, if I am in an outdoor patio that allows smoking,
Yeah.
I generally won't light up my cigar right next to someone who's
Right.
eating.
Right.
Because that's just courtesy. But yes,
Exactly.
otherwise, walking down the street, hanging out, just that kind of thing. Yeah, you
Yep.
should feel free
If you're
to.
in a park
Yeah.
and you're getting the dirty eye, like,
Yeah.
holy cow, man.
Yeah.
You want to talk about marry, smoke, or kill? I would shoot those people.
Speaking of Chicago. Oh, wait. Too soon? No.
Hey,
There we go.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do statistically right things on here. I mean, I agree. You should be able to smoke anywhere you want to. I don't know. I have pretty interesting, insight in this because, like, when they outlawed smoking in 2009, I want to say in South Dakota, like smoking in establishments.
Mm-hmm.
So they outlawed that. But even pre that, like, I worked at a number of bars where they were like, all right, here's your smoking section. If you whipped out a cigar, you would be asked to leave. No pipes, no cigars, only cigarettes. And it's like, what kind of backwards fucking sense does that make?
Yeah.
To have a nice smelling cigar.
Yep.
And maybe some people disagree, but fuck them. I don't like the smell of your cigarettes. You can not like the smell of my cigar, and we can get along just fine. Or not. We don't have to talk at all.
Well, and then the opposite of that, when Ethan and I went to chase down Bert Kreischer in Casper, Wyoming, hey, Bert, still open invitation anytime. We're not mad at you. Okay, we are, but still.
Bring Tom.
We were at, Casper Cigar Lounge, and they had a sign there right there. It said, please do not contaminate the air or the aroma of cigars with your horrible cigarettes.
Great.
Which is more than fair.
You guys, I made this colossal error. So my wife and I on vacation, 3 days at this resort in Kauai, right? The entire resort, no smoking.
Jeez.
And they would
open-air
enforce it.
resort?
Like, yeah, they would call you in. So I had to find this place down by the ocean and jump behind this shrubbery and hide. Like the nanny state, right?
Yeah.
You have one of the most beautiful states in the union with every day being perfect. And you want to outlaw smoking? What is wrong with you?
Well, and the hypocrisy, like,
totally.
not to bring out another name, but when I was in Boulder, and this is a number of years ago, this is over 10 years ago, 11 years ago, something like that. I was still smoking cigarettes at the time, so it's not quite a cigar, but same shit. We go up there, and I look around, and I have heard that, you're not supposed to be able to smoke in public, whatever. So I go as far away from people as I can. I am a good 200 fucking feet from anybody. And I light my cigarette, and I'm halfway through, and then some guy lighting a blunt that is 200 feet away from me starts giving me the riot act about smoking my cigarette. And I was like, hey, man, is it illegal? And he goes, yeah. I said, cool. Call the cops. I'll have it out before they get to me. Side note, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sitting here bitching about you blowing your weed smoke everywhere in the air. And just to let you know, it's wrapped in tobacco, you motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I was so livid that day.
Dude.
Yes. But yeah, I think it's just, I think when you are not allowed to choose for yourself anymore, then something's wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here's my next one. Dude, I just thought of it because I didn't prepare for this. Mm-hmm. You guys did great job. Wonderful. I focused on the fuck, marry, kill. If you are handed a cigar as a gift, you should smoke it even if you hate it.
Disagree. I am
Like,
going to take that
right that
cheap
minute?
ass smoke and I'm going to give it away to someone who can appreciate the cheap assness of it.
I would probably do the same. I would make some excuse, be like, I'm going to keep this in my humidor for a special occasion and smoke this psycho stick whenever. No, and then just give it away.
Just done with it.
Yeah.
Just out of courtesy, you don't just fire
If they
it up.
expected me to sit and smoke that with them, I would give them a quick lesson on fine tobacco and then pull out my own.
Yeah, pretty much. So this, one of the reasons I thought of that is this would happen to me at PCA in 2023. I was the new guy, And so we went, it was Grimes and Bill and I, and so we had to go to all these different places. And he was like, don't worry about smoking it. You don't have to smoke because they give you all the samples and stuff. Well, we went to a unnamed manufacturer of aromatic cigars. And they're like, hey, would you like to try this new product? And both of those motherfuckers at the same time goes, Randy will smoke it. Yeah. So I had to sit there and cut it and light it and smoke about 3/4 of an inch before we could leave the booth. So,
I don't want to be rude. I would say I'm an asshole. I am not going to smoke that shit.
I had the exact similar experience in the exact same town with the exact same person.
Yeah.
But he lit it up too. I will give him props. He lit up the cigar, but it was a very well-known cigar around here. And it was one of those parties, and that was the only thing that they were handing out. And here's, said the same thing. Oh, they'll have cigars there. We'll be fine, yada, yada, yada. Hoping for a sun-grown or a Maduro or whatever, not a coffee and chocolate fucking... So I smoked probably half of that Toro in 5 minutes, just power puffing, and then I slammed it into the ashtray, and I was like, well, we'll see you outside. This is not it.
Thanks for running away.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice.
Are we on to me?
Yeah, on to you.
Okay. Do. What the fuck is this?
This is awesome. Because he literally rewrote these like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, and I did not.
And then Ethan typed his up. He's like, I can't read my own handwriting.
Can't. And I still can't. Okay. Agree to disagree. School of Rock is better than Nacho Libre.
Yeah. First of all, neither. I'm not a Jack Black fan. Not in the least. But at least School of Rock has good music in it. I really hate wrestling, and I don't care what type of wrestling it is. I mean, really
on both points, you're just
really hate it. So School of Rock, and yeah.
No. You guys are both wrong. Totally disagree.
This is the reason that I wrote this.
You guys, so this is the test right here. Nacho Libre. He's got terrible dialogue, and Jack Black outperforms. Every single line is absolute gold from this dude. And the fact that you're going to take this whole like orphan school story and turn it into a block, it's gold. People do not appreciate Jack Black, and I think he is a genius, an absolute genius.
So.
And Nacho Libre honestly edges out School of Rock. I enjoyed School of Rock, but Nacho Libre is got to be one of the greatest films of all time.
So I literally took the time to write this down because I was just like, I know how much Ethan's going to go off about this, and I want the world to go through what I have to go through when we're talking about such things.
See, the genius of him is like, if I put on this outfit, I'm going to look stupid. And someone goes, it's funny. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
I will agree with that as well. School of Rock is far better than Nacho Libre. I just know how much love he has for that damn film, so I had to bring it up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
There we go. The next time we have a gathering
just like a salad? The Lord's Jeeps.
Yeah. Well, there we go. So then the next time Ethan invites us up to his man cave, we'll just have some delicious scotch, and after 4 of them, we'll watch Nacho Libre.
Yeah, dude, man.
I will break my sobriety for that.
If you could watch it with me, you could use my eyes and then come to a deeper appreciation of the genius of Jack Black.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I totally believe you.
That's great.
So, all right, Ethan, you're up.
All right. So, sexiest smoker. I'm just going to go smoker. Sexiest smoker of all time. I've got a male and a female. It's got to be Brad Pitt and then Kate Beckinsale.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah. So, Beckinsale, I cannot argue with. Not at all. Yeah, she's way up there.
She's up there with Sandy.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, female smokers that are out there. There is one, not nearly as, in my opinion, not as attractive. Plum is her name. She was a WNBA player. She has her own cigar, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she's a legit smoker. She's quite attractive and talented. But yeah, Beckinsale. I don't know. It's just, I think cigar smoker. I would probably go. I think 70s Clint Eastwood is probably sexier than Brad Pitt. Yeah, so I'll disagree.
Oh, phew. Wow.
And that means 1970s, not 70-year-old Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
I mean, that was good. Yeah. Which was what, 20 years ago now? At least.
Yeah.
I dig the Kate Beckinsale thing.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, although highly attractive on his own, when is he smoking a cigar? I don't know that I've seen him smoke a cigar.
So, I mean, you got to go
just smoking
cigarettes.
cigarettes?
You got to go cigarettes.
Okay.
Look, in Seven, he's coining his own like style with this cigarette, man. As a Hollywood prop, the dude just looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll agree, begrudgingly, but I'll agree.
I think he's going to edge out Eastwood.
Just because the only things that are popping in my head is like the
Old fat dudes. That's what it is.
yeah, pretty much old fat dudes or Steve Buscemi.
You're like Al Capone.
I think he's even smoking a cigarette as he's pissing in the bisque.
Yes, he
I'm
is.
saying, like,
He's holding the cigarette in his mouth while he's pissing in the bisque. Yeah. I mean, Seven and Fight Club alone. That clenches it. All right, I'll give it to you. Yeah, begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly. All right.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll keep it in the entertainment field then. All right. Because he is still with us. The best actor to sit down and smoke a cigar with would be Jack Nicholson.
Well, yeah. I can agree with that. Just because I want to see the like unhinged shit that comes out of his mouth.
Sure.
That'd be like going out to drink with fucking Dennis Hopper and just being like, all right, let's let her buck.
Yeah. Right. You can just tell that he loves cigar smoking.
Yes.
And he's the wild hair, man. And so you're always going to be like leaning in what's going to come out of his mouth next.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to have some stories.
Yes. I mean, I'm still going to stick with Steve Buscemi in the back of my mind.
All right.
But just because I think he's a fascinating human being in the first place. I mean, the ex firefighter that, you know.
Well, yeah, but can you imagine just,
But Jack's an institution.
Your favorite beverage with Jack Nicholson, just kicking back, talking about everything from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest all the way to Few Good Men.
Yeah. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger might be more interesting, but less able to understand. So Jack. Yeah, Jack.
I think Jack is cool. I mean, I'm going to want to sit with Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Just because I just feel like.
Sure. Yeah.
The historicity.
More a politician than celebrity, but celebrity, in his time.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that.
And then also, you can comment on the YouTube right now because since the last question, racking my mind, female celebrity cigar smokers. Demi Moore. Yeah, okay, there's that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
She does.
Yeah, I was trying to think of any other ones that were out there.
And so does, what's her name from Seinfeld?
Elaine?
The only reason I know this is because I literally just looked it up because I had something that I was like trying to search for a question.
Rihanna smokes cigars.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Never mind.
Yep.
I'm going Rihanna.
Yep.
We've got this. One of my best friends go way back. She's beautiful. She's intelligent. But the fact that she likes to sit down with me and smoke a cigar, like the social cred just goes way up.
Sure.
Way up.
Yep.
And there are so few women that you could say that about.
And it's really nice to sit here at the shop because, I mean, if you're sitting out there in no man's land and you don't really go into cigar shops, you might not think that a whole lot of women smoke cigars, but good Lord, there's some beautiful women that smoke cigars that come in here. And I always think it's funny because, I've been a bartender for damn near 30 years. And you make that mistake when you go up to the thing and you didn't get the order, somebody else did, but you're setting it in front of it and you're like, here you go, sir. Here's your Jack on the Rocks. And here you go, ma'am. Here's your daiquiri. And they're like, switch.
Switch.
And this lovely lady is drinking, probably not Jack Daniels because that's a horrible fucking booze, but some high-end whiskey.
We're just making friends everywhere.
I mean, if Jack Daniels really wants to come after me, I don't think I'm too scared. But yeah, you get those societal norms in your head, and then you kind of go with it, and then you're like, oh no, wait, you're smoking the double Maduro and you're smoking the Groovy Blue. Okay, well, when you're done with him, come find me because I can appreciate that double Maduro better, evidently.
So there you go, cigars, celebrity cigars. And hey, if you've got one that you love that celebrity is endorsing, or sometimes they claim to actually be involved in the creation of the cigar, let us know. Put it in the comments down below and say, hey, Jackass, smoke this one and you'll like it. And
Right.
we'll probably give it a try, especially if you send it to us. Deadwood Tobacco Company, 715 Main Street, Deadwood, South Dakota, 57732. Attention, Eye Candy Randy. Free cigars are always welcome.
Yeah.
If
you want to send us some shit, we'll smoke some shit.
We haven't asked for free shit in a while.
Yeah, no.
Last time we did this, I think it was Nick Malillo was on, and we just put the screws to him. It was like, oh, we really like to smoke this cigar, but we can't seem to get it.
Yeah.
We'll send you a box.
Yeah. Oh,
We-
will you?
we-
I didn't even expect that.
I would offer a promise. We would give you a fair review, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. If anybody wants to send in cigars, if you know somebody that has their own cigar line or a company that wants to send them in, we would gladly review them, like you said, nice and honestly on our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Deadwood
Yeah.
Tobacco Company, Blow and Smoke. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And if you didn't like anything that we had to say on this Agree to Disagree, just disagree. We don't care. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Next time, we will talk to you again.
Yeah.
Next time.
And we'll be wearing different clothes.
Different clothes. Totally different clothes.